Hi, I'm Bud Darr, President and CEO of the Cruise Lines International Association, and I have the great honor to be here this evening with the Bahamian Parliamentary Secretary for Tourism, Investment, and Aviation. Quite a portfolio you have, John Pinder. John, thanks for joining us, and thanks so much for your support of CLIA and especially support of our event here at the Perez Art Museum here in Miami today. If I could ask you, what sort of interest got you into government in the first place?
Well, first of all, I've always given back to my community, in my country, in my islands. It's service, really, and looking after the next generations, but also being able to elevate the different industries that I've always been involved in. And the hospitality, cruise, and maritime industry is one of those.
Well, I heard you speak a moment ago, and you're a really eloquent spokesperson and representative for your country, but I guess that comes with the job. But you highlighted some numbers about cruise tourism, which even me in this business, I thought were really impressive. How is the cruise tourism business going in the Bahamas at the moment?
It is doing quite well, I must say. 10.6 million last year cruise visitors. We're about over 20% the first 2 months of this year above last year's numbers. But really, we're trying to have a geographic diversification of our cruise industry. We want to showcase what the islands and archipelago of the Bahamas really has to offer. Yes, everybody knows Nassau. Everybody knows Grand Bahama. But you know you can go to Eleuthera, you can go to Abaco, and those luxury and expedition ships can go down south and see the flamingos at Inagua, to go bone fishing in Andros. Really, there's so much more to offer. So the cruise industry in the Bahamas, in my point of view, has so much more potential and opportunity, not only for the industry, but also for the Bahamians, the Bahamian entrepreneurs, the Bahamian businesses, and all the communities spread out throughout our 100,000 square mile archipelago.
You also mentioned during your comments some of the private destinations that have been developed. So I think off the top of my head, Ocean Key, Celebration Key, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It was just a great stirrup key 2 weeks ago, Half Moon. These destinations I know are really useful for the cruise lines, and they score very, very well with the guests for their experience, which isn't surprising because they built them around the guest needs. How do you view those private destinations as complementing the rest of the tourism experience in the Bahamas?
Well, really, it gives you a taste of what we really have to offer. So you could do a multi-day cruise, a 3 or 4 day cruise, and have multi-destinations within the Bahamas and not have the same experience. Really, every destination is a different experience, and it really gives you a taste of what our culture, what our islands, and what it is really like to come visit the islands of the Bahamas, say as a stopover visitor, or maybe flying your plane in, or something different of a sort. But honestly, I'm very thankful for the cruise industry to be able to put that much investment into the Bahamas. We're looking forward to the expansion of Ocean Key, as you mentioned, the Sandy Key right next door. MSC is doing great things. We have Lookout Point in Eleuthera, and so much more on the table coming up to fruition. But really, it's just a taste of what we have to offer. The cruise industry and coming there on a cruise, whether it be 3 to 4 days or even a stop-off point to the rest of the Caribbean, is just showing you, is putting your toe in the water, so to say, and showing you what we really have to offer.
You know, I'm a maritime guy by nature. I just love ships and the ocean, and I'm really impressed at the development that's happened of the shipyard at Freeport. You have 2 of the most state-of-the-art dry docks, floating dry docks that you can find anywhere in the world. And what do you think about that? I mean, it must have represented a large commercial investment and employment opportunity for the people of the Bahamas?
That truly is, and it just showcases that it's not just serving drinks on the beach or being able to take you bone fishing or kayaking, but we are developing the industry in a whole. Our dry docks can hold some of the biggest ships. We're expanding those dry docks, so we have the ability to not only service the guests off the ships, but service the ships themselves, which is very special. We're also getting into electrical hookup at the ports, so you'll be able to pull up, turn your engines off, and hook up to proper electricity at some of the ports. So we're expanding the industry out of what the traditional mindset is you just come off the ship, buy a few gifts, have a drink, but no, they bring the ships back. We work on them, and we're able to keep the industry afloat in every aspect. But it's also beneficial to our economy. The dry docks in Grand Bahama really have a significant improvement to our economy, but also employ a lot of Bahamians. We have a lot of skilled Bahamians that can do a lot of things that don't have the ability to do it elsewhere. And I don't think you'll find another state-of-the-art dry dock like ours anywhere within a 100-mile radius.
Maybe at least that. Maybe it's a lot more than that.
Maybe a bit
it's a great
more.
Facility.
Being a bit modest.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's really been great speaking to you, Mr. Secretary. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us this evening. Appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. And thank you so much for both Bahamas Maritime Authority and Islands of the Bahamas and their collaboration with CLIA in our community. Thank you, John.
Well, always happy to be here. This is a special week for us, and we're hoping to expand on new opportunities.
Thank you.
Cheers.